We have our next team from AIMS Bhubaneswar. The first contestant is Adarsh Kumar Mohapatra. He has been quizzing since his school days and this is his first time participating in Rajagiri National Business Quiz. He's looking forward to participate in a great quiz with brilliant opponents. The next contestant from AIMS Bhubaneswar is Ranjan Anil Kumar. He has been active in quiz since his school days in various national and regional level quizzes. His recent achievements include first prize in Numero Uno Quiz 2020 in Bhubaneswar region and second prize in Tata Crucibles Campus Quiz 2020 from Bhubaneswar region. Our next team is from ISR Mohali. Representing the team, we have Nikhil C. He is a final year student pursuing his master's degree in biology and he aspires to pursue academia. His interests include cricket, quizzing and automobiles. The next team member is Abhijit Balachandra. He is a final year student pursuing his major in mathematics at ISR Mohali. His interests include quizzing, films and tennis. Our next team is MKCG Medical College Hospital, Odisha. Representing the team, we have Pratyush Parisha, a third year MBBS student. He has been very curious and he loves to learn new things. His hobby is to read and to quiz. The next team member is Siba Prasad Reddy, a third year MBBS student. His interest has been in sports and in quiz and he's been an avid follower of Rajagiri National Business Quiz and he's finally happy to be a part of it.
Next up, we have Preetham Upadhyay from IIT Bombay. Prior to this, he has been doing his computer science engineering from PES University, Bangalore. Apart from quizzing and hosting, his interests are Carnatic music and playing table tennis. Next up, we have Siddharth Sethu from IIT Bombay. He is currently doing his first year in MBA. He is working as a computer science engineer and he was an ex-software developer. His interest includes mobile photography and one of his photos have been featured on Google's official Instagram page. Next up, we have Deepyan Sen from IIT Madras. He's a computer science student. He has taken up quizzing since his schooling days and he has been more focusing on it during the lockdown, which turned out to be a lifeline for him. Accompanying him, we have Sri Ganesh K, who's doing his MTech in IIT Madras. He started participating in business quizzes a little over a year ago to learn interesting facts about the world of business.
Ready again. Welcome to the second student semifinals of the Rajagiri National Business Quiz. We apologize upfront that there was a delay, as has been the nature of the last 1 year. Everything, if Murphy was alive, he would be perhaps the richest person. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong, right? And hopefully things will be better in student semifinal 2. We have a wonderful lineup of 5 amazing institutions and 10 amazing participants that represent those institutions. We have All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Bhubaneswar, Adarsh Kumar Mohapatra, and Ranjan. Please wave to everybody. Give them a big warm round of virtual applause. Then we have IISER from Mohali, Nikhil and Abhijit. Please wave. We have MKCG, MCH in Orissa, Pratyush and Siba Prasad Reddy, who are representing them. Then we have two wonderful quizzers from the Shailesh J. Mehta School of Management at IIT Bombay, Preetam Upadhyay and Siddharth Sethu, past winners of this quiz. And then we have IIT Madras, can never leave them behind, Dipayan and Sri Ganesh. Welcome everybody, and I hope all of you are all set. Wish you the very best. The way the quiz is going to run is that we have 10 questions clockwise and 10 questions anti-clockwise. The quiz is open on pounce. So if a question is to team 1, any of the remaining teams can go ahead and pounce. And there's a WhatsApp group created between me and the two participants, and they'll indicate that they know the answer. If they get it right, they get plus 20. If they get it wrong, you get minus 10. The question then passes to the other teams. So this is for the audience. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's start with the first question of the second student semi-final. Will go on and represent their institution in the national finals of Rajagiri National Business Quiz 2020. The first question is to AIMS Bhubaneswar. Here you go. Tell me, what is the event by looking at this brilliant copy that a particular brand came up? So tell us the name of the brand and tell us what is the event. If you know the answer, indicate that you're pouncing on WhatsApp quickly to me and send me the answer in 5 seconds. I'll count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No one pouncing, so I'm closing the pounce. I had IIT Madras who just sent me an answer, but I'm not going to take that because it was after I said closing the pounce. Question to AIMS. Please go ahead and give me your answer.
Yeah, I guess Fevicol.
And what was the event?
Because Meghan Markle and Prince Harry splitting from the family.
Absolutely right answer. Plus 20 there to you. Well done, AIMS Bhubaneswar. Plus 20 there to you. This was indeed the event being Mexit, as it is called. Meghan Markle, moving over along with Prince Harry. And, Fevicol came up with this brilliant ad. Well done. Very well done there. Plus 20, AIMS Bhubaneswar. Can we have the scorers update the scores? Excellent going there. The next question to IISER Mohali. Here's the next question for you. You'll see 5 visuals on your screen. Use them and tell me the connect with a company/brand. Here you go. 5 seconds for others on the pounce. Okay, I have MKCG pouncing. Closing the pounce. Question direct to IISER Mohali. Mohali, give me an answer.
We'll go with Levi's.
Not Levi's. Passing you to MKCG.
We pounced. Can you answer again?
Sure, can you
Pounced. No. Please, let's move to you pounced. My apologies on that. Let's go to the Shailesh J. Mehta School of Management, IIT Bombay.
We'll say Cisco.
Not Cisco. Let's move to IIT Madras. IIT Madras, do you have an answer for me?
Our guess is 3M.
Not 3M. AIMS Bhubaneswar, do you have an answer?
You will guess DuPont.
Not DuPont. All right, none of the teams here getting the answer right. MKCG, in fact, pounced and got the answer wrong as well. They guessed Cisco as well. I think you went with just seeing the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge and went with that. That's not the right answer. The answer is another San Francisco icon, which is Ghirardelli chocolates. So you see, there, if you've been to, the Golden Gate Bridge, they're just off that. Ghirardelli originated there, right? That was the founder of Ghirardelli. It was, in fact, he landed right there at the center, over there, which you see. And those were all connections to Ghirardelli chocolates, right? So the brand that I was looking for was Ghirardelli, not Cisco. -10 there to MKCG. Not a very auspicious start, but -10 there to you. But you get there to, rewind. Again, I think someone has their YouTube on. Teams are having echo. So we need to have you please check that once more. I'm just going to hold on a few seconds. Okay, I'm going to start. Let's move to the next question. Question number 3 to MKCG coming up. You will see two, very fancy cars. Both have their origins from North Smith. Tell me the two brands. 5 seconds, very related. The two brands also have a pop culture connection. I don't want the name of a company. I want the name of two brands. Okay, IIT Madras has pounced, closing at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing the pounce. NKCG, you're direct. IIT Madras is the only one that pounced. Go for it. NKCG.
Is it Koenigsegg and Pagani?
No. Good guesses, but not really. Let's move to IIT Bombay, the Shailaji Mehta School of Management. You're passing. Okay, let's move to IIT Madras. They bounced already. Sorry about that. Ames.
Yeah, we'll guess Acer and Banner.
Others just want you, please. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, we'll guess Acer and Banner.
No. Good guesses though. IISER Mohali. Please unmute and give me the answer.
We are guessing it's Pagani and Spycar.
Not Pagani and Spycar. Right? Nothing to do with North Smith. In fact, the only team that got it right was the team that pounced. They very, very quickly, I think, latched on to my clue on pop culture as well, right? Does the team from IIT Madras want to give the answer on the microphone? They do get plus 20.
Aston Martin and Valkyrie.
That's right. This is the Aston Martin Valkyrie and Valhalla, right? Both come from North Smith, super fancy cars, and both of them obviously fantastic over-the-top platform, series that you see with Valkyrie and Valhalla, right? Great answer there, IIT Madras, plus 20 to you. Let's see if your score has been updated. IIT Madras gets plus 20 scorers. Great. Looks like your score has been updated. Question to IIT Bombay, the Shailaji Mehta School of Management. Your question coming up. I need you to just tell me the subject of the movie. All those who want to pounce, 5 seconds. Others can pounce. Okay, I have 2 pounces from Ames and IISER Mohali. IIT Madras. Okay, all 4 teams have bounced. Looks like a very easy one, right? I was very, very clear about the subject of the movie. You can't change your answer now. All right. So here's a question to IIT Bombay direct.
Colonel Sanders.
That is right. The subject of the movie is Colonel Sanders and not KFC, just for that, the reason you thought it was an easy one. This is the life story of Colonel Sanders. In fact, most of the movie does not have anything to do, with KFC at all. They just used it as a very nice pun, which is a recipe for seduction. You can clearly see this is a not safe for work movie. So it couldn't have been about KFC. It was just that Colonel Sanders was the key character in this. Sorry, I can't ask you to, you can't update your answer, right? So MKCG, I won't accept your second answer. I was very, very clear about that. Plus 20 there to IIT Bombay, which is the Shailesh J. Mehta School of Management. Plus 20 to IISER Mohali. Unfortunately, a minus 10 to NKCG and IIT Madras, and a plus 20 to AIMS Bhubaneswar, who also gave Colonel Sanders. Scorers, if you've got that right, just please check your scores, everybody. Have they got updated? Not yet. Just to repeat that, NKCG gets a negative 10. IIT Madras gets a negative 10. AIMS Bhubaneswar gets plus 20. IISER Mohali gets plus 20. And IIT Bombay gets plus 20. Fantastic. The scores have been updated. So AIMS Bhubaneswar seems to be having an early lead. But as you know, we've had some great comebacks in the previous edition of the student semifinals. Here's the next one coming up. The question is to IIT Madras, a direct question, no visual, so read it quickly, but be very careful. I need an organization here. Here's the question. It was billed as the global jukebox. It prompted Madonna to say, "I'm not taking shit off today," referring to the then recent release of early revealing photos of her in Playboy and Penthouse magazines. Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum played a major part of achieving this particular goal. What is it whose logo was designed by Steve Maher, a cartoonist from Australia? Anyone pouncing? I have MKCG pouncing. I need a very quick answer, MKCG. Closing the pounce. SJM SOM. There are only two teams that pounced, SJM SOM and MKCG. I'm closing the pounce with everybody else. I need an answer in 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got the answers. Question was to IIT Madras. IIT Madras, what's your answer? IIT Madras? Napster is the wrong answer. It seems like, folks, what I would request is please keep your phone away from, this thing. It'll be easier for you when you answer. Let's move to the next team. IIT Madras got that wrong. AIMS?
I'm guessing Harper's Bazaar.
Not Harper's Bazaar. The next team? IISER Mohali?
We'll go with Hustler.
Not Hustler. MKCG pounced, SJM SOM pounced, right? So let me give the answer out. MKCG gets a minus 10. They get Snapster as well. They seem to be on a minus 10 spree today. Please remember the quiz is if you get positive points, not the most negative points, right? Not just pulling your leg. However, a full plus 20 to IIT Bombay. They got it right. This is Live Aid. The event Live Aid way back in the 70s, right? Fantastic, music concert event that happened. Bob Geldof and the others involved. This was a logo of Live Aid. Very, very unique logo. They used Africa with a very nice guitar, if you've seen the logo, right? Fantastic answering there by IIT Bombay. Plus 20 to IIT Bombay. Minus 10, unfortunately, to MKCG. Don't worry, MKCG. It's only the fifth question. Let's move to the next one. The next question is to AIMS Bhubaneswar. I need a very, very specific answer and tell me why they are the third largest as well when you see the question. Or what is the category in which they are the third largest? So AIMS Bhubaneswar, your question. Here you go. It's built in South Indian temple architecture and has 4 entrances similar to the No one pouncing, so I'm closing the pounce. The question was direct to Ames Bhubaneswar. Ames, go for it. I'm passing you. Let's move to IISER Mohali.
We'll go with we'll go with ITC Grand Chola Engineering.
And what is the ITC Grand Chola, the third largest of?
It's probably third largest luxury hotel.
That's the right answer. Well done. Well worked. With the number of rooms in India, the first two both being in Mumbai. One is, I think, the Hyatt Mumbai, right? And there's one more hotel, which Renaissance Mumbai, which is, I think, the biggest. And the second biggest is Hyatt Mumbai, which is the Grand Hyatt Mumbai, in fact. And the third largest being the ITC Grand Chola. And they have a very, very intricate South Indian architecture. Great going there. Plus 20 there to Mohali. Well done, Mohali. Plus 20. Let's see your score go up. I hope that was updated. I think it was. Thank you. Excellent answering there by the Mohali team. Here's the next one coming up for all of you. There are two parts to the question, so be very careful when you answer that. Tell me both parts. Give me X and Y in the answer. Here you go. A group of Beyonce fans used a hashtag X based on the name given to the singer's fan base. It is said that Bianca Della Rosa coined another hashtag term, Y, as a reference to the hashtag X. It refers to the grassroots supporters of a famous person who's also a first of many kinds. Y also used a lot in the past 5 months. Give me X and Y. Anyone pouncing? We'll give it. Okay, there's one team that is pounced. HAM Som. Can you quickly tell me the answer? Closing the pounce with them. Direct now to Ames. Was that your direct or was it? Yeah, it was Ames, I think.
Yeah, should we attempt?
Yes, please. And hashtag Y is?
YL says bid hive or something from Joe Biden.
Oh, okay. No, not really. Let's move to the next team. In order, we have IISER.
Okay, so we'll say X is Cardi B and Y is Panan Bacardi or something like that.
Let's move to MKCG.
We are going to pass this.
Passing it. IIT Bombay has already pounced. IIT Madras.
I think this is.
Can't hear you. Can you repeat the answer, please?
I think the Beyonce fans are called Beehives, and this is Kamala Harris fans, so like K-Hive, something like that.
That's the right answer. Well worked out. Plus 20. It is Bayhive and K-Hive, right? From Beyonce fans and Kamala Harris fans now called K-Hive. There's a very nice group. Bayhive and K-Hive. Plus 20 there to IIT Madras. Plus 20 to the team that pounced, which was IIT Bombay. Very well answered. Plus 20 to the IIT Bombay team. And I'm going to give 10 points to Ames for getting K-Hive, but they didn't, Bayhive. They couldn't work out the Kamala Harris. They worked out the other person, which is the president. Isn't a first of many kinds. The first of many kinds, you should have guessed it with that, right? So that's plus 10 to you. So 3 teams score on that. I hope the scores have been refreshed. Looks like it. Excellent. Let's move to the next one. You will see 2 visuals and you have to complete the list. There's a very famous story behind this list. You have to tell me what completes the list and what's the story. Here you go. And what's the story can easily be said with 1 or 2 words. So you see an ad for Studebaker. You see a breed of animal and you see question mark that will complete a list. Tell me what completes the list And what are we talking about? The ad in itself is not important. That particular Studebaker model is important. Closing the pounce. No one is pouncing. Let's move. Who's the question to? I think the last one was done by IIT Madras. So back to AIMS Bhubaneswar.
We'll go with Zyklon.
No. Passing to IIS Mohali.
We'll say it's the prototype of the first Mercedes-Benz.
Not really. Good guess. MKCG.
Is it recently acquired by?
Not Drizzly. Good guess. Good guess again. IIT Bombay. I said what completes the list?
Let's say Clydesdale, as in the Budweiser versions.
And how does it complete the list?
So the current logo and the most popular beer is the Clydesdale Horse one. So that's the current version of it. Probably earlier it was based on wagons and so on.
Earlier it was based on wagons and so on. Okay, I'll give that to you. That's not the entire story, but you got most parts of it right. It is the Clydesdale horses, right? But what completes the list is, if you see, most of us, because of quizzing perhaps, right, have seen the Budweiser and Anheuser-Busch, Clydesdale horses lead the thing. But if you really see the people sitting inside the, wagon that the Clydesdale horses is actually pulling are the Studebaker specific wagons that you see in this image. And the ones that are leading the Clydesdale horses are the Dalmatian dogs, right? So all three actually are the parade. But a lot of times, I think more because of quizzing folklore in India, we only remember the Clydesdale horses, right? We forget the other two that are equally part of the Budweiser parade as well, or the Anheuser-Busch parade as well. Great answer there by Preetham from IIT Bombay, plus 20 to IIT Bombay. Very well done. Great answering. Very, very nicely worked out. Your score is updated too. Excellent. The next question is to IIT Madras. IIT Madras, you'll see a long list. Tell me, there's a cryptic clue. You have to tell me what is the term used for this list. Here you go. Just to read out, in case you can't read the names, it says Paymate 975. It says Digit Insurance. And I said anytime now, one of them just made it. Right. And then you see a whole bunch of companies. You see Cred, Bharat Pay, Capital Float, Acco, MobiQuick, and so on and so forth. Right. Now tell me, what is the term, very popular term for this? Closing pounds. I have one team. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the pounds. Only IIT Bombay pounced. I have their pounds in. Go for it. This was a direct to IIT Madras.
Digit is the first unicorn of 2021, Digit Insurance. So I think they are the one who made it, and the others are in line for being unicorns this year.
Yeah, I wanted a term. So give me a term. Okay, I'm passing you. Let's move to team 1, which is AIMS.
I said unicorn. New and unicorn. Both.
Not unicorns. Now we're inventing new terms. Excellent. Let's see what is a new term invented now by ISCR Mohali.
We'll say Decacorn.
Not Decacorn. Decacorns are greater than $10 billion valuation. MKCG.
We're guessing, is it Finicons, like financial organizations that have become unicorn?
Nice guess. Not really. IIT Bombay, went on the buzzer. Unfortunately, they got it wrong. They said unicorns, right? In fact, there's only one unicorn in that, which is Digit Insurance, that made it into the list.
Did you want Sunicorn?
Yes, we wanted Sunicorns because these are all soon to be unicorns, right? And Digit Insurance was the first to make it to that list just 2 weeks back, right? So they came out of the list of Soonicorns to become a unicorn. These are all Indian Soonicorns. Absolutely, right? Unfortunately, -10 to you, IIT Bombay. You went too soon on that one. Perhaps could have thought about it and gone for it on the buzzer. -10 there to IIT Bombay. Your score has been updated. Final question of this round. Please don't buzz without hearing the question. That's my only suggestion to you. All right. When I mean buzz, I mean pounce. Okay. In this case, here we go. The cryptic clue there is she's got the look. But tell me, what is this look called? There's a very specific name. These are, as you can see, indigo, stewards. Ames has already pounced. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing the pounce. Only Ames's pounce will be taken. Let's move. This was a question to Ames Bhubaneswar, who pounced on their own direct. Right?
Should we answer on the direct or?
Yeah, it is your direct, so I don't think you need to pounce.
Okay, we'll say Pan Am smile.
It is the Pan Am smile or the Pan Am look, right? All these uniforms were copied from Pan Am. This was a look of all Pan Am stewards, and Indigo completely copied that look, which is why you see that nice Pan Am hat. You see that, nice liffret there, and you see that entire uniform is from the Pan Am look. Very nice answer there by Ames Bhubaneswar. You get +20. Excellent. Let's see the scores at the end of this round. At the end of this first round, we have an even Stevens. We have Ames Bhubaneswar and IIT Bombay, with some great answers at 70 points apiece. IISER Mohali at 40, IIT Madras at 30, and MKCG will soon get into the positives. Right, but we have 10 questions to go in the anti-clockwise round, where we'll begin with IIT Madras and then go reverse. All right, here we go. Here's the first question. Same form. Your direct, others can go on the pounce. The clue is setback ke baad comeback. It is just a cryptic clue, but you see three, you see O'Brien Group, you see two logos. Tell me, what entity are we talking about here? The clue is actually very relevant. Anyone pouncing? No one pouncing. I'm closing it on the pounce. IIT Madras. Passing you IIT Madras. Let's move to IIT Bombay.
We'll say this is T10, the tournament in Abu Dhabi.
Not the T10. MKCG.
No, we'd like to pass.
Pass. IISER Mohali.
We're guessing it's IPL.
Not IPL. Ames Bhubaneswar.
We'll go with Australian Open.
Not the Australian Open. All kind of hovering around the right answer. I'm sure in the stream, you'll see a few answers saying, hey, this was easy, right? This is, by the way, GABA. This is the GABA group. This is the GABA stadium, right? Which was owned by the O'Brien group, right? And this is the logo of the GABA. You can see the G there. If you now see it back, you can see G right at the center, right? And the new group that runs it. This is the GABA. And that's why I said setback ke baad comeback, thanks to the recent India-Australia series, right? So this is the GABA, right? Bad miss there. I can see a lot of teams there saying it. Yes, was there a question?
Yeah, maybe 1 second. I think Preetham has a connection issue and he can't see the slides.
Okay, we'll give it like just a couple of seconds.
Yes, I'm back.
You're back? Okay. Cool. Thank you. Let's start with the next one. The next question goes to IIT Bombay. It's a long question, right? Please give me what the answer is. You can pounce as always. I need a very specific, correct answer because it's a business quiz. Here's the question. Dash are born in the cloud. We love the Dash. Most of our founding team and even our first inventor loved to spend time up in the mountains in winter. They even convinced me to try skiing. Each Dash is unique. One of the really cool things about our architecture is that it lets you have as many virtual warehouses and so on and so forth. And conveniently, Dash happens to have a meaning in the world of data warehousing. A data warehouse schema organized as multiple dimension tables surrounding a set of fact tables is one of the data architectures that we can support. Long clue, but tell me, what is the business connection? Anyone pouncing? Closing the pounce. Doesn't look like anyone is pouncing. Go for it, IIT Bombay. I'm going to pass you.
We'll say Dockers.
No, folks, if you do that once more, after I say I've passed, I won't accept it, even if the answer is right. Okay, moving on. NKCG.
Is it the Zoho curve? And
not the Zoho curve.
Shetar Vembu is
no,
saying this.
ISER Mohali. No, that's not the right answer.
We'll go for Salesforce.
Not Salesforce. Ames Bhubaneswar.
We'll just say cloud computing.
Not cloud computing. IIT Madras. Sorry? Not Google Drive. No such references in the quiz. All right. I'm surprised all of you did not get this one. This should have been, in my mind, a very easy answer. This is the company Snowflake, which had the biggest IPO of 2020 in the US, right? $180 billion valuation for a company that has less than $1 billion of revenue, right? You can see snowflakes, and that's why they named it, because the founders really love winter, going up the mountain, and so on and so forth. And it fit very well into the space they were in, which is the data warehousing space, right? And that's the Snowflake architecture. Any of you who are in computer science, right? I'm sure you're hitting yourself, right? But this is Snowflake, the company. Question now to MKCG as a direct. Here's the next one. You see a visual. Here you go. He was the 8th richest man in the world in 2012. He was made famous again in 2018-19. Either tell me his name or tell me what came up in pop culture in 2018-19 on Netflix. I'll make it easier for you. Not in the English language. Pounds open for another 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Closing pounds. NKCG. Again, I think somebody's opened up their, YouTube, and we can hear an echo. All right, MKCG.
I have no idea.
Okay, let's pass you. Let's go to ISER.
We'll say that he had the rights to the book Sacred Games.
To Sacred Games, no. Ames Bhubaneswar.
This has something to do with Money Heist.
Not Money Heist. On the right track, but not the right series. IIT Madras.
Pass.
Passing. IIT Bombay.
Pass.
No one? Okay. If I told you the name of the person, it was Ike Batista, the Brazilian, who was the 8th richest man, and therefore what came up in Netflix based on his life? This was The Mechanism, right? Which was one of the hit series that later became popular worldwide. In fact, most of us perhaps saw it in 2020 during the lockdown, right? But it was based on the entire scam. Ike Batista, by the way, was the 8th richest man, and suddenly completely fell off the chart because his entire thing was based on a corruption scandal. And that entire series is the basis for The Mechanism, right? The Netflix series. And IK Bethesda is now hiding all over the place, right, and unable to do that. A very, very storied one that was going on, right? So this is IK Bethesda, slightly tough one. No one gets this right. Question now to IISER Mohali. You're direct. Here you go. You'll see a list, right? Tell me what is, complete the list. It's not a complete thing. It's just one of the names, but tell me fill the blank and complete the list. In fact, this is one of the more famous ones. So complete the list. You can all. Anyone pouncing? So you see Hertz, Kodak, AMC, Nokia, BlackBerry are part of a list called Dash, which is Meme Dash, coined by James Surovsky, author of The Wisdom of Crowds. What is that? I see a few pounces. Yes, I see SJM SOM has pounced. Closing the pounce. Question to IISER.
We'll go for meme resurrect. Something on the lines of the packet company.
Yes. No. Good guess. Very good guess, but not meme resurrect. Ames Bhuvaneshwar.
I'll say meme bank or something.
Not meme bank. Passing you.
Meme stock or something.
Passing you. I already said, passing you. After that, I don't accept the answer. MKCG.
Is it meme Doge?
No. So IIT Bombay had, buzzed, right? The answer is indeed meme stock, right? But IIT Madras, I was very, very clear. I won't accept that. After, I've already said that I'm passing it. You can't give me the answer, right? You had enough time. So meme stock or meme stocks. So this is the whole GameStop scandal that just happened. So these were all stocks whose stock prices went up massively. And it's just that GameStop became the most storied, thanks to the whole Reddit group. But all the other stocks like Hertz, Kodak, AMC, Nokia, BlackBerry, all of them have seen massive increases in stock prices. As you all know, their businesses are all kaput. But meme stock was really the term that was coined. All right. So plus 20 there to IIT Bombay. Well done on meme stock. Can we have their scores updated? Well done. Here's the next question. You'll see a visual. I need a specific answer. I need two specific names. All right. I think the question is to Ames Bhuvaneshwar, if I'm right. Yes, it is, right? Okay, here's the question coming up. But open on the buzzer. Tell me what rivalry. What rivalry are we talking about? I want two names. Anyone buzzing or pouncing rather? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. Go for it.
I'll say Twitter versus Parler.
Not Twitter versus Parler. Good guesses, but not Twitter versus Parler. This was Ames Bhuvaneshwar. Passing you, IIT Madras.
Is it Twitter and tag rivalry?
No. Passing you.
We'll say this is Twitter versus Mastodon.
Not Twitter versus Mastodon. NKCG.
Is it the platforms that have banned Donald Trump and the platform that has not banned Donald Trump?
You need to tell me two names.
Recently, Trump came up with his own platform.
Nothing to do with Trump, right? Thank you. I think we are all done with all 5 of you.
No, it's not I think you missed us. IACR.
Yes, IACR.
We'll guess Twitter and Substack.
Not Twitter and Substack. I mean, I wouldn't show you Twitter's logo there and ask you, a question there, right? However, you do get plus 10 because one part of the answer is right, which is Substack, right, which is the right-hand part. So what did Twitter acquire to rival Substack? It's called a platform called Revolut, right, which is what, Twitter acquired to, really go after Substack. All right, that's the answer. I don't know why buzzer round is coming up. It shouldn't be buzzer round. You have another 5 questions.
And it is also showing the question is asked to Novartis.
Yeah, it got disconnected and reconnected.
Right?
Yeah, it is showing the question is asked to Novartis.
Novartis? No. Just hold on. I think IIT Madras is having some problem with their lag. The tech team, I think you're pushing out some other thing. They should not be showing buzzer round. Just get that corrected, folks. Hold on one second. Hopefully this is fine. Let's move to the next one. Who's the next question to? IIT Madras, I think. No, we got 10 points that we gave to, was that IISER Mohali? Yeah, so the next question therefore goes to AIMS Bhubaneswar. Here we go. Here's the next question. Tell me what this is and what happened. It says button up. Okay, I already started getting bounces. SGM Song, IIT Madras, MKCG. Okay, closing it. All right, whose direct was this? I got 3 bounces.
AIMS.
Yeah, go for it. AIMS.
This is Trump's cover on the delivery button, which Biden removed.
That's the right answer. Absolutely right. This is the Diet Coke button removed from the Oval Office after Trump lost. Absolutely right. 3 teams also pounced and got it right. So we have IIT Bombay plus 20, NKCG plus 20, IIT Madras plus 20, and the team AIMS, whose direct it was, plus 20 to them as well. All right. Next question now to IIT Madras. You will see a brilliant ad, but it's actually a pot shot taken. Tell me who the pot shot was taken at, as in it was a spoof of a tone deaf ad by another brand. Tell me who the other brand was. Here you go. Aviation Gin, as you know, is Ryan Reynolds' company. I already have some bounces from IIT Madras, AIMS Bhubaneswar. IIT Madras, if I'm right, it's your direct, so you don't really need to pounce. Closing the pounce. All right, IIT Madras, your direct.
It's Peloton.
It is Peloton, absolutely right. This is the Peloton girls ad, right, which was very nicely spoken. In fact, it's the same lady here who Ryan Reynolds hired. It was like a marketing coup, right, where he said exercise bike not included, right? This was a fantastic ad, by Aviation Gen, did like a lot of rounds in the last few months, right? Very good answer there by IIT Madras, who make plus 20, and on the pounds, AIMS Bhubaneswar gets plus 22. Peloton is the answer, the exercise bike, plus 20 to both the teams. Three more questions to go. Question number 8 coming up. Please see the visuals carefully on the next one. Tell me, we have often seen men who are their counterparts on screen. These are their female counterparts. To add one more clue to it, the Indian counterpart recently left this company and joined another company. And therefore, they are trying to find, the replacement. Anyone pouncing? A website known for really cheesy ads. Were very, very popular before the lockdown, when travel was still on. You would see one irritating character every day. 3, 2, 1, closing it. No one pouncing. Go for it.
IIT Bombay is right.
Yes, this is IIT Bombay.
So these are the female counterparts of Abhinav Kumar, who used to appear for Trivago. See, these are the Trivago girls, and now he's
absolutely right. This is the Trivago girls, right? The Trivago man was Abhinav Kumar, who moved to Paytm recently, right, and therefore cannot represent Trivago anymore. Although they did come up with a spoof ad there as well, right? But this is the Trivago girls, right? And they've stopped appearing these days, as you know, because of the travel bans and so on and so forth. Great answer there, right? Plus 20 to IIT Bombay. Let's see their score updated. Absolutely. The next question is to NKCG. Let's see if they can come back to positives with this one. Tell me a 2-word answer. This is a Snoopy board game. Tell me a 2-word answer with something connected with World War I. Look at the color scheme. In fact, someone connected to World War I. Already have a pounce from AIMS.
Is this Ambedkar?
Go, folks, you have to hold till I close the pounce. Pounce is closed. 2 teams have pounced, IIT Bombay and AIMS. Go for it, MKCG.
Amelia here.
Not Amelia Earhart. Go for it, ISAR.
We guess Red Baron.
It is Red Baron, absolutely right. This is Red Baron, Snoopy's fantasy game with a colorful noble title. This is Red Baron, or the Red Baron as he was called, right? Plus 20 there to IISER Mohali, plus 20 to IIT Bombay, and plus 20 to AIMS Bhubaneswar. Can you go on mute, please, MKCG? MKCG team, please go on mute. Cool. Thank you. Here's the final question of, the anti-clockwise round. Here you go. Long question, I'll read it. If it's not visually visible to the others on the YouTube screening, I'll read it carefully for you. But for all of you here, here's the question, open on pounce. His nickname at home is Guttu. IIT buddies called him KN after the actor KN Singh. His name at Michigan State was mangled to become Cannonball, Cornball, Cromwell, Conwell. His boss called him Rick, and friends latched on to a more familiar Singh. His wife shortened his first name to the name he is most popularly known by now. He's the first Indian American founder and CEO to take a venture-backed company public on the Nasdaq. Who better known in India for founding a VC firm with strong Indian roots to its name? Anyone pouncing? Five, four, three, two, one. Closing the pounce. The question was, I think, to MKCG. Your question?
Is this like
Quickly, please.
Is this Narendra Singh company?
Not Narendra Singh Kapani. ISER Mohali.
We guess Vinod Dham.
Not Vinod Dham. AIIMS Bhubaneswar.
I will pass.
Will pass. IIT Madras. Passing you. Bombay.
We'll say Rocket Singh.
Not Rocket Singh. Good guess. Not Rocket Singh. All right. No one seems to have got this one right. This was IIT Madras is really, IIT Bombay is really going to kick themselves. This is Kanwal Rekhi. Okay. He was called Kanwaldip Singh Dhillon Rekhi. Right. And these were all the sorts of names. Kanwaldeep was called Cannonball and all sorts of names. Right. It was a LinkedIn post that he made, when lots of names were being, called all over the place. Right. A very recent LinkedIn post from him in terms of his origins. He got trolled quite a bit for this as well. But this is Kanwaldeep Rekhi. He's famous for, as all of you know, TIE, the Indus Entrepreneurs, one of the biggest VC firms. And also, if I'm right, he instituted the SJM SOM building. I didn't know that you guys are going to be here, right? But anyway, go and beat yourself up later, right? No one gets any points on this one. That closes the anti-clockwise round. We'll move to the buzzer round. And again, as I said, on the buzzer round, there's really, nothing that you're going to see on screen. It's going to be just read off, my card. What you have to do is in 5 seconds, WhatsApp me the answer. The first answer is what I'll see. All right. Plus 15, minus 5. All right. Are we all set? I need to see all your hands up so that I can see that, you're only typing on your mobile phone. Here's the scores for everybody. IIT Bombay clearly in the lead with 150. AIIMS Bhubaneswar at 130. And unless IISER Mohali and IIT Madras really give them a run, right? This quiz is clearly going IIT Bombay and AIIMS's way. And MKCG has a really long time, to really catch up. 5 questions on the buzzer. Here's the first one, coming up. Please send me the answers ASAP. Question 1. Harvard-educated Annabelle Yao has been billed as a princess who breaks the rules for her song called Backfire, launched in 2021. And it's a mix of, 2 languages. Who's a more famous father, or which company did her father found? I have one answer from SGM SOM, closing it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. Only one team answered it. This is IIT Bombay plus 15 to IIT Bombay. It is Huawei. So Annabelle Yao is the daughter of Huawei's founder, right? She launched a song called Backfire. Here we go. The second question. With a tagline called Compassion in Action, this Beverly Hills-based public organization's name is derived from an ancient Greek word which means source of action. Which organization that has signed a commercial deal with Netflix to develop scripted and unscripted series? Alternatively, tell me who founded it. Tagline is Compassion in Action. Ancient Greek word for source of action. They've signed up a commercial deal with Netflix to develop scripted and unscripted series. Either give me the name which means source of action, or tell me who founded it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No answers. Doesn't look like anyone got this one. This is the company Archewell, Archewell, co-founded by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to write scripted and unscripted series for Netflix. Right? So this is current affairs, right? Something that you could have got. Listen to the next one carefully. It's a wine, a color, and a region in France. What is it that has a banking connection in India? I need to know the banking connection. Please give me a banking connection. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Only one team, in fact, 2 teams typing it out. We have SJM SOM IIT Bombay that answered it right. Plus 15 there to you. And plus 15 to AIMS Bhubaneswar as well. Both of them got it right. This is Burgundy, which is Axis Bank's private banking, which is called Burgundy. Burgundy, which is a wine, a color, and a region in France. And that's the name of Axis Bank's private banking as well. Penultimate question of Rajagiri National Business Quiz. In my mind, perhaps no one can catch up. So I'm not really sure we even need this question, right? So there's no point in we continuing. We can close it at this point with IIT Bombay clearly making it as the winner of the second semifinals, which is the student semifinals, and AIMS Bhubaneswar not too far behind at 145 points. Hope all of you enjoyed the second student semifinals. 2 teams qualify from here, which is IIT Bombay and AIMS Bhubaneswar. We already have 2 winners from the first one, which is IIM Bangalore and Osmania Medical College. We'll see all of you in the corporate semifinals in a few minutes from now, where we will battle the big battle between 10 corporates in 2 semifinals each. Thank you very much. I hope all of you enjoyed the quiz.